Okay, it's live. It seems like it.
We are live again?
Hopefully we're live again. Hopefully you do have a sound. I will try to check it right now because we don't know what's going on right now. So hopefully you do have a sound. Everybody who's watching, hello guys. Hello East Coast. Hello West Coast. On the East Coast it's at 12.
Hello Europe. If they should be up, no?
Yeah, they should be actually up. Yeah, all my friends are up. It's very early. We're trying our first ever live broadcast on Facebook because what we're gonna try to do today is, suddenly I was testing it before, now everything is glitching. So that's usually how
everybody goes live nowadays. We have to manage.
I think so. That's usually how. Yes, there is sound. Okay, thank you. Good. Perfect. Okay, so. Yes. Okay, let's do this. So, guys, hello everybody. Hello East Coast. Hello West Coast.
Hello Europe.
Yes, it's the first ever live broadcast from Ballroom BackStage. I'm very excited. I was waiting for this since I started to do this interview, and it was long before from my homeland, from Belarus.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that long? You want to go live?
Yes.
So that's a red calendar day, like.
I know, but everybody will tell that this is easy nowadays. Take your phone and do this.
I thought it was easy. Everybody's going live. So
yes,
how come we're doing this so difficult?
The thing is, because in a ballroom, right? When we have a ballroom competition, we not always have access to the internet. Number one. Number two, internet should be really strong. And in my case, because when we're doing Ballroom BackStage, we're doing everything very, very quick. If you notice, people arriving in a half an hour later, there is their video. So with a live broadcast, it's the same. I want it to be very practical and very simple. So, and that was difficult before. Right now is much more simpler. Finally, we're doing this, and I know we have at least one viewer right now. He's sitting right there.
But he's live here. Hey, Tomas.
Yes, our most biggest fan. Yes. So
he's rolling his eyes at us.
I know. Coming up, Emerald Ball next week. Very excited. So my first time doing Ballroom BackStage at Emerald Ball. So that we have a guest star gonna be joining us, Babette Brown. She will join us.
He just called me a guest star, so I'm happy, I guess. This is like the whole thing.
No, that's true. That's true. Guest star, because she never done those episodes like news. She always been on the show as a guest, so she never did a job as a news producer.
I actually never got an interview, did I?
Yes, you did. Many times.
Oh, I will show you
on YouTube. Yeah, just Google your name. Yeah.
No, I interviewed people, but I never got my interview.
She did. So usually we do this, either I'm not doing it at all. I love to do it with Tony Prada. I'm glad, Tony Prada, kudos for you. I know you're watching, you're joining us. So we're going to work Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We're bringing a tour of the Emerald Bowl. So what does it mean, the tour of the Emerald Bowl? Is when we're going to actually show you what's going on if you've never been there before, what people eating, drinking, what the vendors are, where's the ballroom, where's the practice ballroom.
Basically a big filming of the atmosphere. You want to bring the atmosphere, because honestly, to be at some competition like Emerald Ball, which is really one of the biggest in the United States, it's just such an experience. If you've never been there, I don't think any kind of a broadcast will do it any justice probably against what it's live. So
no, even so, I'm really trying
to be there. So at least with everything we can do, we're trying to get you a little bit of the atmosphere about what is going on, the buzz, the insights.
So that's we're coming up actually to segments, what we're going to do and why we're filming that. So one time in 2011, when I came to this country, I still was dancing in WDSF, what now called WDSF, sorry. So, and there was a world championship happened, and I'm a big fan of ballroom dancing. However, YouTube wasn't that developed yet, so it was very difficult to upload some videos, and I was desperate to know what was happening in this world championships, and I couldn't see that. Therefore, I get an idea. I want to know. I want to see who is arriving. I want to see who is there, what they doing actually. Competition, yes, but I want to see what's going on. The buzz of the competition, the buzz.
That's what you're doing now. So you're bringing the buzz to everybody. They're bringing the buzz. So first segment is very simple. It's insights. What's actually the snippets of competitions, emotions, behind the scenes a little bit. And also some stories, actually. What I really like about it is when you bring the stories about the people who are there, whether this is the professionals, whether this is the people actually dancing there. It's like, how do they feel on the competition? What is their experience, And then he always asks some questions, so you get to know the people a little bit, and who are they, you know?
Sometimes very inappropriate questions, but it's good.
I'm raising the eyebrow at him.
Yeah, but I say actually, everybody who is on, guys, so everybody who is ever interviewed, I'm telling them, you are free to say whatever you want, however you want it. So it's our choice to keep it sometimes PG-13, but we can say whatever we want.
Really?
Yes.
Yes. Wait till you come home.
So anyway, this segment inside. My favorite segment is arrivals, and I explain you why. Because I couldn't see it, I couldn't know what's going on. Therefore, I want to know who is arriving right now, this minute. So, and people actually do great effort. They making fun. They playful. I'm looking forward this time. Actually, already prepared. We're gonna film arrival.
So who is actually gonna be arriving in Emerald Ball? What are some people who are gonna come?
So far, because I do planning very carefully and very slowly, because not everybody coming at the same time, and I want to give myself a little bit of room. So far, never filmed the arrival of Mikhailo Bilapukov and Anastasia Shiplina. So those two are hoop and a half. They're very funny, super funny, and I love that about them. So I thought, okay, we did interview at the Hollywood Dance Sport Championships, and I was laughing. Now I want to see what they're going to do with the rivals, because I think that's going to be
arrivals are really interesting, because some people literally arrive from a plane ride, like overseas plane rides, and they're coming like...
And they're actually fine, sometimes I'm talking to them and they're like, we're not really comfortable. I'm explaining them, I want to do in this case a paparazzi style, because it's not about us being pretty. I can shoot you from far away, but it's just for the news, so people know, okay, he's there, and they're very excited. You have fans, guys, and they want to know what's going on. I always want to show dancers.
So what is planned? What else is planned at Emerald Ball? Are we going to go live?
Yes, we're going to go live. So live, I want to create a talk show. So morning talk show, obviously, and it should be rather early, but it depends.
And that's live? Who's going to watch it that early?
There's many people, first of all, at the Emerald Ball itself, waking up so early.
The 4 o'clock her appointment.
Yes, 4 o'clock a.m. Guys, big kudos for you who are waking up 2 a.m., 3 a.m., doing the makeup, doing the hair, doing all those appointments to get ready for the first heat on Thursday, I remember. First heat is at 6:30 a.m.
No,
if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything. But the thing is,
awfully early.
No, but my point is, it is people who are really dedicated. They really love to dance. I never heard. No, I did hear student complaining, but it's different. It's like, it's lovingly, it's worth it.
Yes,
that's what it is.
It's always worth it.
So it's going to be live morning talk show, and then my favorite, what I want to do, another favorite besides arrivals, I want to do a live talk show before the evening part, when everybody coming into the ballroom, guys.
A little red carpet section.
A little bit red carpet session. If we can, we'll bring guests. We always will have some new people.
Let's see who's arriving, who we can just pull. If you see us, wave at us. Yeah. And maybe you end up live.
See lights, and you will end up live. Really,
I'm gonna definitely have to ask what everybody's wearing, though.
Exactly. Lots of fashion talk. Yes, and on the live talk, I want to bring guests as well. For example, so far I don't want to tell, it's not confirmed yet, but I want to bring somebody from makeup people to. Makeup professionals, I would say this way, because they're doing a great job, big job. To talk about details. What does it mean to have a makeup? Have how many layers of body tan you should have? By the way, how many?
How many?
Of layers of body tan we should have?
Should have is like a good question. I think it's individual. There's no rule, but at least a layer of spray tan, a layer of body makeup, a layer of sparkle spray. So you have to be tan and you have to be shiny.
So those details I want to talk about. Lots of people are curious. They write me. We want to see lots of those stuff. So that would be live segment so far. I don't want to make big hoop around it, because it's still it's shaky. You never know what could go wrong. Sound, everything. I like to produce beautiful stuff. It's all about dancers. It's all about dancers, people who love dancers, professionals, officials. I want to do a good job for you guys. I want to give you a great memory. So when you look at 5 years after...
Let's talk a little bit about Emerald Ball per se.
Yes.
So what is actually going to happen there? So the competition is starting on Tuesday early morning, and it's going to go till Sunday late night. Yes. And every day has a certain dance dedicated towards. Like on Tuesday we're having the rhythm going on. On Wednesday we have smooth. Thursday, Friday we're having ballroom and Latin.
Honestly, right now I don't remember schedule, so.
Yeah, me neither. But every day something else is going on.
Yeah, so about every day. So from Thursday onwards, there's going to be everyday recap. By the end of this day, you're going to have a video. It's called Daily Recap or Daily News. It's going to be posted on Ballroom BackStage, where you can see all of the insights, us talking about it, what's happened. So if you want to know what happened throughout this day, but you don't have time to watch anything else, that's what you should watch.
And you definitely want to be there on Friday and Saturday evening. That's the big nights. That's when the professionals are dancing. And it's really going to be one of the most amazing competitions here in the U.S. You're going to see the top dancers.
Yeah, so far I know that
if you can be there,
almost all the couples from a Smooth World Championship, Rhythm World Championships are coming. So it's going to be pretty exciting.
It's going to be cool. And then Sunday, the whole, it's my favorite thing to see. It's like when all the kids are coming out.
Yeah.
It's so adorable. Like some of them make me actually cry. Like not in a bad way, in a very good way, but I get so emotional. This little thing, and they are so honest with their emotions when they are dancing. There is no if but, and when. They're just in the moment, they are dancing, they're giving it their all, and it's really heartwarming to see. And actually, we adults, we can learn a lot from the little ones.
I guess Emerald Ball for them, it's a huge milestone.
Absolutely, it's a big
milestone. Talking about the dancers. So Emerald Ball is famous to be in a hardcore dance sport championships. However, there is a huge bunch. I spoke to Wayne Yang, and he told me we have a huge division actually of literally beginners dancing for the first time. At the Emerald Ball.
I personally know a few couples who are dancing the first competition at Emerald Ball.
Yes, it's actually your students. Don't
be shy. I didn't want to say that.
Don't be shy. No, come on.
Okay, well, our students, like they're having, because we are local here in town, and everybody wants to go to Emerald Ball. So there we have a bunch of people who have their very first competition there, and it's going to be awesome. And they're going to come back to us, and they will be buzzing. They've already, like, one of our girls is already a runner.
Yes, on Thursday.
She's actually a beautiful dancer herself.
Yes.
So
doing wonderful theater arts. Tony Prado would love that.
So she wanted to be a part of the competition, and we have several students there, and some of them are real beginners. They're dancing for the first time ever.
As an adjudicator, as a professional, what do you think? So, what it does to them? Is it a great advantage to start at one of the biggest competition in the United States? So you don't afraid anything else in the world?
Yeah, you have to start somehow.
I mean, why not? If you want to go and fight a monster, go fight Godzilla. So then anything else will be easy,
I don't see it like that, because honestly, like our students particularly, like everybody has a personal goal, and it doesn't really matter what's around them. And I personally feel like at a competition like this, he's leaving me alone.
No, I have to check something.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
All right. So at a big competition like that, it's actually an advantage, because they're getting thrown in the middle of it. After that, nothing's scary anymore. They have all the top vendors there, so whatever they need is available. They're seeing the top dancers in the world. So I don't think anything wrong with that. I think what's better than that? It's like, so go ahead. Emerald Ball it is.
Emerald Ball it is. I'm sorry, I was just checking because it's still a test drive of our live broadcast, so I have to check.
It's stressing me out, by the way, that live broadcast.
It is stressful.
It's
so when we're
stressful.
talking, guys, anybody who had an interview with me, right? So you remember that when we're talking, I tell you, okay, don't worry, we can reshoot it so we can make it good. Here,
I'm already almost regretting this. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm going to be with you in the live broadcast. I'm like, oh my God.
Honestly, so I want to have a.
Is that because you don't want to do this by yourself?
That's true too, but honestly, the one person who is good, and a really big shout out to Tony Prado, because without him, actually, new segment wouldn't be happening. And he has a very good wordings for that. I don't have so much vocabulary whatsoever.
You're learning.
Yes, thank you. I'm learning. Too. Yes, like a Harry Potter school. Yeah, but that's pretty cool. So anyway, Emerald Ball else, and another cool part about Emerald Ball is everything is green. So Wayne Yang made hotel green, elevators green, drink is green, inside Babette is green, my even coloring for the Ballroom BackStage is green.
Why do you have a blue bow tie on? Seriously, I mean, what are you thinking?
I had actually had a green bow tie, but I lost it.
So wait, you lost it? Yes. Wayne, he lost his green bow tie. We gotta do something about this.
Sorry, yes. So, okay, coming back a little bit to the broadcast, to the segment. So, in most popular segments, it's interviews, actually. So, that's the best way couples can be presented. Best way they can look like. It's like an evening show. That's what I love about it. It's with the atmosphere of the competition. We're talking about their life. I'm truly curious. What do they do? How do they live? What their schedule is? How do they practice? I'm truly am. This is why I'm asking about a coffee, about how do they do, what they sightseeing, what are they planning to do in the future. It's not just questions. I'm truly curious. So if you guys are curious and you want to know something, you can write to Ballroom BackStage, message us and say that's what we would like to know from that couple, and I will definitely ask them.
He'll ask.
I will ask.
I'll censor.
I was saying you a true story when I was interviewing for the first time Victor, Fung and Anastasia. I was really nervous and I didn't know what to ask them. So I asked people around at the Millennium. They gave me so many ideas, and the interview came out one of the top. Fabulous, yes. So if you haven't seen that, watch the Millennium with Victor Fung from Millennium Dance Sport Championships.
Which is, by the way, coming up as well.
Which is coming up, yes. So about upcoming events with us. So right now is Emerald Ball.
Yes.
After that is Millennium. Then most likely International Ground Ball in San Francisco, and then Constitution State. That's a new season. That's a hell of a season. In this season, I'm bringing up something new. Everybody likes to see dresses. So.
I hear some birds chirping.
Yes. So, just to make it clear, not to make rivals and not to kind of show somebody better than another. It's not an advertisement. I will choose sometimes a person. This time it will be Tatiana Silverstova and maybe somebody else, and we're gonna first see her dress. So obviously she's dressed by Dore. We're gonna film dress before actually it touches the dance floor. So that's something new. I'm always trying to come up with some new ideas. Definitely lots of arrivals, lots of interviews, live broadcast, faces mean a short interview when it's just like update on.
And actually what I would love is actually if you would go and if you get yourself a ticket and actually come to Emerald Ball and see us there live.
And appear on our live broadcast.
Be there, ask us questions, just be a part of it.
Yeah.
It's just whatever we do out from afar or through the camera can never ever compare with what's really happening in the atmosphere there, but we're trying.
That's true. We're trying. But anyway, if you cannot be there, we're trying to bring you behind the stage. We're trying to bring in the buzz of the competition. Ballroom BackStage was about dancers, will be about dancers, for their memory, whatever they need. I'm here for them. Truly, big fan. Guys, thank you for watching. It's our first ever
my God
live broadcast. I think it's enough for today. It's a great test. Maybe we're gonna do another test over the weekend. I don't know, but most likely we'll see you at the Emerald Dance Sport Championships. Very, very, very excited, guys. Thank you.
There he goes.